taxi service Hailo first arrived onto the market in Ireland in 2012, and since that time the app has had over 430,000 downloads and over 4 million passengers. It was initially rolled out in Dublin, Cork, Galway and Limerick, but now it's available nationwide. And joining me to discuss the success to date and the national implementation of the service is Tim Arnold, General Manager of Hailo Ireland. Tim, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
All of the people who downloaded the app know what we're talking about, but there will be people out there who don't know what Hailo is, how it works and so on. So bring us back to the very beginning. Who began Hailo?
So Hailo was founded in London in 2011 by 3 taxi drivers and 3 tech entrepreneurs. And what Hailo is a smartphone app that brings taxis to you. So passengers can download the app from the Apple App Store or from Google Play. And when you open up the app, you'll see the taxis that are available near you. You tap Pick Me Up Here and we'll send your location to the closest driver.
So what it does is it recognises from your smartphone exactly where you are, literally, I mean, to within 10 metres.
Yep.
And then you know that, so you send the nearest available Hailo taxi driver to that location.
Correct.
Better again, though, as a customer, I can see it coming.
Exactly. So you can actually track on your app. You'll see your driver approaching you. You'll see his photograph, his first name and his roof sign number so that you can identify him. And then at the end of the journey, you can pay either with cash or with your pre-stored credit or debit card. So it just makes getting taxis much easier.
So you never have to worry about, if you've signed up, for example, for your debit card or your credit card, you never have to worry about cash. Even if you'd lost your wallet, your purse or whatever, once you haven't lost your smartphone, you can actually pay for the ride home.
That's correct. And so what's today's announcement is so great is that we're now rolling out to the entire country. We launched in Dublin in 2012 and last summer we rolled out in Cork, Galway and Limerick, and now today there's another 20 cities and towns all over Ireland where you can have the same great service, and in the coming weeks we'll be taking drivers on and launching even more towns.
Now, do you know how many of all the drivers in the Dublin area, for example, have signed up to Hailo?
So over 60% of drivers in Dublin are active on the network at the moment, and then there's another couple of thousand around the country, and there's more that are in the process of joining. So our driver team have been up and down the country talking to drivers, getting them set up with the app, and drivers all over Ireland are welcome to sign up on halo.ie.
So all you're waiting for really is drivers in every locality of the country. Now, suppose you're just a small town driver in a very small town. You're the only taxi driver. Would it make sense to sign up to Hailo? Because everybody probably knows you anyway.
Yeah, well, absolutely. So what Hailo does is it opens up to drivers all over the country our customer base. So as you said, we've got 430,000 passengers have downloaded the app already just in Ireland, and then hundreds of thousands more in countries around the world.
So you're saying to me, for example, if I'm in Athlone, as I was last week, or this week in Ennis, and I'm on Hailo, which I am, I could actually just go into my Hailo, and I'm the kind of person that would give a Hailo driver in Ennis the business that they might not otherwise have got.
That's exactly it. So if you find yourself in any town around Ireland, you can use the app and you'll know that you'll have a safe, trackable and convenient taxi with just 2 taps of your smartphone.
Now, you sometimes withdraw drivers from Hailo. What would constitute an offence that would lose them their Hailo?
So, I mean, we've got a really good business support team who work 7 days a week monitoring feedback from customers and drivers. And, if there's any problems with the system, we identify them and unfortunately we have to remove drivers as a result. But it would be...
I mean, we're asked to rate our driver.
Yeah, so the system kind of that allows us to identify these problems before they, manifest themselves in something that you would need to remove a driver for. So we monitor everything very closely, and if a driver is being, consistently rated very low, we can check if he needs more education or needs.
It could be the condition of the car, dirty car, smelly car, whatever. Driver who smokes when he's not picking up passengers, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Fortunately, these things don't happen that often. We've had millions of journeys, and the vast majority of them are really successful.
What does the driver then have to pay for using your service? I mean, unlike the radio cabs who have to pay a rent for the radio, these guys have to supply their own mobile phones.
Yes, so what's great about Hailo is that there aren't any subscription or base fees. The driver pays a small commission to Hailo, and then it's completely free for passengers to use. So it's a free app to download, and you only pay the metered fare. We don't charge a pickup charge, and our drivers offer up to 5 minutes of free waiting time.
All right. So once they arrive and tell you they're outside the door, there's 5 minutes free, after which time it goes on the clock. And I think it tells you that they're going,
Yes.
now the clock is running.
So once the driver's arrived, your phone will actually beep and vibrate to alert you that he's outside, and then you've got 5 minutes of free waiting time.
Now, for drivers, they have to pay a commission. Isn't that so? 10% it's gone up.
Yeah, that's correct. It's 12%, so it's a really good deal for drivers. There are thousands of drivers all over Ireland that are busier and are earning more money as a result of Hailo.
Yeah, but they may argue, and I don't know whether they do or not, but that if you get all the drivers on board and you're well on the way with 60%, that you then have a captive market and you could charge them 15%, 16%, 18%, 20%.
So that's not our intention. What our job is to make taxis work better for passengers and for drivers, and we're going to work hard at that. If we do our best, we know that we'll be successful and drivers will earn more money as a result.
Now, the towns, I mean, I'm looking at Bray, Greystones, Navan, Trim, Athlone, Mullingar, Drogheda, Dundalk, Sligo, Ennis, Portlaoise, Carlow, Kilkenny, Wexford Town, Naas, Newbridge, Killarney, Tralee, Letterkenny. That's available as of today. But then going live in the coming weeks, Tullamore, Longford, Roscommon, Carrick-on-Shannon, Thurles, Ballina, Castlebar and Westport. But what are they waiting for? Is it simply drivers?
It's simply a matter of drivers signing up. So even in some of those towns that you mentioned that are coming soon, we already have drivers using the system, and our driver team will be, in the coming weeks, welcoming more drivers onto the network.
You already, though, have spawned at least one competitor, haven't you? And I don't expect you to give them a plug, but I mean, the taxis themselves have kind of launched their own.
So we've always existed alongside other methods that drivers use to find their work.